Hi, I'm Nathan Harper, preserve archaeologist here at the Springs Preserve. And the Springs Preserve is uniquely positioned to talk about early settlers and early pioneers here on Pioneer Day. Las Vegas has always sort of been a crossroads between the California coast and the interior of the United States. Part of that was during the earlier period with the old Spanish Trail that went between Santa Fe and the California coast. This was caravans of traders that would have moved back and forth, mostly transporting goods like animal skins or blankets or things like that to California, and bringing back mules and horses and other things from California back into New Mexico through Las Vegas. You also had the Mormon Road that passed through Las Vegas that went from Salt Lake City to the California coast. George Chorpenning was an early mail carrier along that route and used to run mail from Salt Lake City to California. Now, when we look here at the Springs Preserve and what we have here, we have evidence of early settlers dating about to the 1870s. We know two names, John Howell and J.B. Wilson, were two people that owned the land here at the Springs Preserve, especially around the springs and around the watercourses of the Las Vegas Creek. After a few years, J.B. Wilson left the Springs area and went out to form Sandstone Ranch, which is currently known as Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. John Howell, who lived here for several years, had his own dugout here, was married to a Paiute woman and moved out to Pahrump and ended up living among the Paiute for the rest of his life there. Now, when we look around the Las Vegas Valley and we see street names, geographic names, things like that, there are some names you might not recognize. Obviously, we recognize the name Fremont. John C. Fremont, the early explorer who put Las Vegas on the map. Obviously, Fremont Street recognizes that. But there's other streets around the city, Gas Street, Decatur Boulevard. Even the highest peak in the Las Vegas range is known as Gas Peak. And all of those are named after Octavius Decatur Gass, who was one of the earliest settlers at the remains of what was left of the old Mormon fort. Gass ran the post office, he ran a trading post, he welcomed people traveling through the Las Vegas area at the area of the old Mormon fort. Oftentimes when people think about Las Vegas, they don't think about pioneers and early settlers. But you can learn more about that as you visit us here at the Springs Preserve and learn about that pioneering spirit and how it will drive us into the future. Happy Pioneer Day.